Motorsport TV Live, brought to you by Motorsport Tickets, the dedicated motorsport experiences provider.
Hello and welcome to Motorsport TV Live with me, Bryn Lucas, bringing you all the latest stories from around the world of motorsport. Toto Wolff agrees team principals should not be able to talk to F1 race director. Rosberg XR crowned as inaugural Extreme champions, and Duval says Peugeot can't match Toyota's speed in WEC. All those stories and more coming up here on Motorsport TV Live. Formula One first. The Mercedes boss Toto Wolff agrees that team principals should not be able to communicate with the FIA race director by radio. Traditionally, the sporting director has been the sole point of audio contact between the pit wall and race control should the need for communication arise during races. This year, F1 and the FIA agreed to broadcast select conversations between the teams and Michael Masi for the first time in order to give fans extra insight. But as the season has progressed, both Wolff and Red Bull boss Christian Horner have, on occasion, taken over from their respective sporting directors, Ron Meadows and Jonathan Wheatley, and used the communication channel in an attempt to influence decisions in race control. After the race, F1 Managing Director Ross Brawn suggested that team bosses should no longer be allowed to use the race control channel. I agree with Ross, Wolff said when asked by motorsport.com if he shared the same views as Brawn's, but I equally blame Ross and myself because we have been part of the decision making to broadcast more of the channels for the purpose of transparency and entertainment for the fans. Wolff suggested that not only should team principals be banned from talking to the race director, but there should also be limits on what these sporting directors can do as well. Rosberg X-Racing has clinched the inaugural Extreme Championship title thanks to its 3-event wins in 2021 after drawing on points with Jurassic X-Prix.Ex-F1. Fourth place for the 2016 Formula One champions crew of Johan Kristoffersson and Molly Taylor in the Dorset finale put them on 155 points alongside Lewis Hamilton's X44 outfit. But having won the maiden event in Saudi Arabia, then again in Senegal and in Sardinia, RXR took hold of the crown over X44, which had failed to score a win coming into the finale. However, the X44 duo of Cristina Gutierrez and Sebastian Loeb dominated the UK showdown to take their first win of the season, but it wasn't enough to clinch the title due to the countback rule. Supercars has confirmed that the Bend Motorsport Park will take the vacant spot on its 2022 schedule. The 2022 draft calendar was unveiled with a TBC slot at the end of July, which was always expected to be filled by the Bend. With the venue being confirmed, it means South Australia is now officially set to host at least one Supercars event next season. The Bend is a world-class facility that has produced great racing over the past 4 years, which is why we are excited to be returning again in July, said Supercars COO Shane Howard. Our South Australian fans are amongst the most passionate in the country, and we're delighted to be able to put on a show for them once again in 2022. Well, don't go anywhere. We've lots more from the world of motorsport coming up here on Motorsport TV Live. World Endurance Championship news now, and look, Duval is under no illusions about the challenge Peugeot faces on its return to the series in 2022, admitting it won't be able to match Toyota's speed from the outset. Peugeot will enter WEC's top division, ending a decade-long absence from top-flight endurance racing after its previous 908 LMP1 programme came to a premature end in early 2012. The new breed of LMH cars may be slower and less complex than their predecessors, but they come with their own set of technical challenges, With Toyota coming close to suffering an embarrassing defeat at the Le Mans 24 Hours this year due to fuel pressure issues with both of its GR010 hybrids. Duval believes Peugeot will have a tough time being as competitive as Toyota in its first season, stressing that it is up against a rival that has a wealth of experience building championship-winning prototypes. More from WEC, and Le Mans 24-hour winner Jani has renewed his contract with Porsche but will not be part of its GTE Pro class in 2022. Jani, who won Le Mans and the WEC title in 2016, has been announced as part of the Porsche roster of factory drivers for next year and will continue as one of the nominated reserves for the German manufacturer's Formula E squad. His re-signing follows an admission last month that he was talking to other manufacturers. Although no other programmes was announced for Jani when Porsche took the wraps off its 2022 motorsport activities at its traditional Night of Champions prize giving on Saturday night. Jani, who raced in Formula E for Porsche in 2019-20, has been listed as a reserve for the squad for the second consecutive year, with André Lotterer and Pascal Wehrlein being confirmed as Porsche's drivers for the coming season of Formula E back in August. And finally, staying with endurance racing, ex-Formula 1 driver Felipe Nasr and American Dane Cameron have been announced as the first drivers for Porsche's new LMDh contender, due to begin racing in 2023. Nasr and Cameron were confirmed as Porsche factory drivers on Saturday when the manufacturer unveiled its motorsport programmes for 2022. Both will be involved intensively in further developments of Porsche's LMDh prototype, according to a statement from the German manufacturer. Nasr and Cameron had been closely linked with the Porsche and Penske Motorsports duo since the summer, and with the two outfits combining to run the manufacturer's factory team in both the FIA World Endurance Championship and the IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship too. Porsche has also announced a new program manager for the LMDh project. As Karatler, who worked at Sauber for more than 20 years, moves into the new position, having previously headed up logistics for the 919 programme as Director of Motorsport Operations. Well, that's all for now. I'm Bryn Lucas. Join us again here on Motorsport TV Live for all the latest news from the world of motorsports. Bye for now.